Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the King. Welcome back to the channel. Before I jump onto this video, I have to mention today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Zupa Mods. Zupa Mods is a gaming service company that offers you mods and services for your next-gen PS4 and Xbox One accounts. This includes games such as Call of Duty, GTA, Fortnite, and more. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, the link will be down below. You can go ahead and click it and check them out. With that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about what this video is about. The developers have just recently finished doing their developer Q&A, in which it featured what's going on with Hitboxes, and this also ties in with the new killer a bit. They also gave us confirmation that the PTB is going to be on Tuesday, and they showed us a little mini surprise at the end of the video, and essentially trappers can now replace their traps, and I'm just so happy. You guys know me, I'm a trapper main, and this is just amazing news. I'm so happy that they are doing this, and you know, it's a step in the right direction when it comes to buffing these killers, and hopefully some other killers can get some loves with minor tweaks like this. Anyways, let's talk about the main topic of this video, and that's hitboxes. And essentially what they did was go over what hitboxes are, how they work, what auto aim is, and how they're fixing and fine tweaking everything. And they did a really good job at explaining this, because for the longest time now I've been kind of explaining this to my community on my streams and to YouTube. And speaking of streams, we're also live right now, so if you guys are interested in that, come say hello. Anyways, so yeah, they spoke about how hitboxes work and everything like that. So long story short, they showed us the hitboxes for the survivors and the killers, which you're going to see on screen right now. And you can basically see it's like a cylinder shape for both the survivor and killer. They explain that this is a common method that a lot of other games use to identifying, and since Dead by Daylight was originally just a slash, it was quite easy to use this hitbox. Now that they have some projectile killers, they created their new hitbox, which is called a slash zone. And long story short, if your killer or your projectile hits in that slash zone, it counts as a hit. Now, they did go ahead and show another version of everything, and this is basically showing you what you're seeing on screen right now, a red box and a yellow box. And this is basically what is known as auto aim, what we call auto aim. And essentially what this does is, if your red outline touches the survivor's white outline on a swing or a projectile, what ends up happening is that the yellow outline is just going to kind of shift your camera so it actually looks like a hit. So what that means, it's really complicated to understand. You have to hit them when you're in the red, so it's not affecting anything else. You have to get that hit. But let's say it's on the edge of the red bar, like the red is barely touching the survivor hitbox. What it would do, it would basically move you a bit and change your camera so it looks like the hit is a full-on hit. So think about if a survivor's vaulting and you go and you smack them and you barely get them, it'll still look like a hit. So that's essentially what that does. It doesn't help you in any way. You still technically need to hit the survivor in order to get that hit. And that was basically long story summed up. And then went ahead and identified the issue that a lot of people are talking when they said fix hitboxes, fix hitboxes. So long story short, what they summarized was how latency works. This is something that I've been telling a lot of people for a long time. They did a really good presentation about this. I'll go ahead and play that for you right now.
You can see here the killer can hit the survivor. That made perfect sense.
But let's look again from the point of view of the survivor. He saved his window, and then boom, he got hit.
He got hit.
And he was far away.
Completely different things.
Yes, because they do see completely different things. Because unfortunately,
and again, we see the video, so it's pretty clear that it does have a sort of major impact.
So as you can see, basically on your screen you might be over something, but on the killer screen you're not, and that's just because of latency being 150 or above. And because of this, the killer looks like they're getting the hit, and on your screen you're just vaulting going away. So that's why some hits are like, what, that didn't hit me. This works for Myers stock, this works for Huntress's tosses, this works for the Plague's vomit. It works for everything, and that's because you're connecting to the server, you're pinging, and then it needs to ping to everybody else. So that's why sometimes some of the hits look really wonky, and they're prioritizing the killer before because they're the one doing the action. So that's why some of the hits are like hitting you on their screen, not hitting you on your screen, if that makes sense. Now, I did mention in the beginning of the video that this all intertwines with the new chapter. It's quite odd that they're telling us how hitboxes are working out of the random. And the reason why I think that, if you guys didn't see today's video a little bit earlier, we spoke about the first teaser that came out. We see some chains, and one of my theories was that the killer is going to use this chain to throw it at you and grab you. So if this is a projectile killer and they are going to use this chain to grab you, it would make sense to explain how projectiles work. So that way, if you see anything wonky or unfair, you now have the explanation on why it may look like that. So it could be a little sneaky thing that they've been doing. They also confirmed, as I said, the PTB is going to be on Tuesday as suspected. So polyester was correct. And that means we're going to have more and more information coming up. So make sure you guys are subscribed. As I mentioned, we are live on Twitch, so make sure you check us out. Nonetheless, I'm the king. I tip my crown to you guys. I hope this summary helped you guys. For those of you guys that didn't catch a stream, we'll see you in the fog.